Hello everybody, it's Non-Scene News here, and today we've got lots of breaking updates today. So the first news is coming from Moscow, where we've gotten statements coming from Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation. So he stated within a meeting that Ukraine will continue attempts to destabilize Russia's border regions, including the Belgorod region. He also stated that the situation in the region shows why the Kiev regime has refused Moscow's peace proposals and mediators. So when he says the region, he means the Kursk region. He also stated that Ukraine is trying to improve its future negotiations positions with its actions in the Kursk region. There is nothing to discuss with Kiev, which is attacking civilians and nuclear power facilities. He also stated that the West is at war with Russia by the hands of Ukrainians. Vladimir Putin also stated that he also demanded the armed forces provide reliable coverage of the border with Ukraine after the enemy is driven out of the Russian Federation. We've also got news coming from Iran, China and India. So Iran, China and India has attended Russia's Army 2024 Technical Forum. So the delegations from 83 countries are taking part in this Army 2024 forum, which opened on Monday near Moscow, with 39 of them led by the heads of defense agencies and chiefs of general staffs, the Russian Defense Ministry stated. So we've just gotten videos of this forum. So if you can see here, we can actually see the North Korean delegation actually take pictures of these NATO equipment. So if you can see here, the Russian soldiers, these officers are talking about the NATO equipment that they managed to destroy in Ukraine. So you can see here the Bradley and this North Korean official is looking at all the NATO equipment. They actually took pictures of the signs, so really very interesting. We've also got more pictures of this. So if you can see here, a lot of people from different countries, representatives, generals around the world attended this forum to check out and possibly learn of the NATO equipment. So very interesting. The last news coming from Moscow is that the Palestinian president has arrived on an official visit to Russia. He will actually hold talks with the Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on August 13th. So later today, the two leaders will discuss about cooperations and how to end this Palestinian-Israeli conflict, particularly in the Gaza Strip. So very interesting. Now we're going to go to the Belgorod region, where the evacuation of residents has begun in the Belgorod region. This is because of the dangerous activity of the Ukrainian armed forces on the border of the region, Russia has stated. Now we're getting news that Russia's just moving people to a safer place near the border of the Ukrainian-Russian border. So very interesting, and I'll keep you updated on that. We've got news coming from the Kursk front that the situation in the Kursk region is very difficult, with 28 settlements now under the Ukrainian control, the deputy governor has stated in a meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. The regional authorities do not know the fate of about 2,000 people in the 28 settlements under Ukrainian control, the officials stressed. As of today, 121,000 residents have left the border region. So very big number. And we've also got news that there's been a big grouping of Ukrainians in this region, in Belgorod, and Russia stating that Ukraine might do another Kursk front, but in the Belgorod region. So, very interesting. The big news coming from Kursk is that a new man has been appointed to the command of the Kursk front, and this man is Dumin. So, Dumin is a native to the Kursk region, and he was the actual person who was involved in planning the Crimean operation in 2014. So he's been appointed in this region, and I'll keep you updated on this situation. So very interesting. Next news is coming from Kiev, where we've got a lot of interesting news. So the US Senator Lindsey Graham, during a meeting with the President Zelensky of Ukraine, So he actually praised Ukraine's bold actions, expressing his approval that they acted with prior warning. He noted that while it was predicted Kiev would fall in 3 days, Ukraine is now advancing into Russia 2.5 years later, expressing pride in their resilience. So very interesting news. So the US Senator has came to Kiev. He also stated what we all knew was going to happen. Ukraine should hire retired F-16 pilots. Retired F-16 pilots who want to fight for freedom can be hired by Ukraine. Ukrainians will look among NATO countries for willing retired pilots to help them until Ukraine can train its own pilots. So the US Senator is stating that Ukraine might actually start hiring retired F-16 pilots. So very interesting news, and I'll keep you updated on that. We've got news coming from the Ukrainian commander, well, the head and chief of the Ukrainian army, Sursky. So Sursky has stated that Ukraine now controls about 1,000 square kilometers of enemy territory in the Kursk operation zone. So very big number, and I'll keep you updated on that. Next news is coming from the nuclear power plant. If we remember, that actually got set on fire, these exact 2 power plants. So some nuclear inspectors actually came to the site and actually briefed on the consequences of the kamikaze drone that struck the power plant. So now we got news. First it was Ukrainian artillery strikes that actually hit the power plant, but now we've got news that it was an actual Ukrainian kamikaze drone that hit here. So we actually don't know if this was on intention or it was just an accident, who knows, but it seems that everything is fine. There was some minor damages, but they also stated that this had the potential of causing something huge. So very interesting, and I'll keep you updated on that. We've also got news coming from the ministers of defenses of Belarus and Russia. They both stated and discussed the current military political situation on the sidelines of the Army 2024 forum. This was reported by the press service of the Military of Defense of the Republic. So the two countries' defense ministers are having talks. So very interesting, and I'll keep you again updated on that. And one of the biggest news coming today is coming from the Baltic connector underwater gas pipeline between Finland and Estonia. So if you remember this pipeline was believed to be sabotaged by Russian forces, by Russian special forces and sabotagers. So now we've just got news about 2 hours ago that Beijing has actually admitted that it was a Chinese vessel that accidentally damaged the Baltic connector underwater gas pipeline between Finland and Estonia in October 2023. So, if we remember, immediately after the incident, Europe and all of NATO blamed Russia of sabotaging this and trying to worsen the energy crisis in Europe. So it seems now it was actually China, a Chinese vessel apparently hit it or something. I don't know, but China has now taken responsibility of this pipeline. So very interesting. Now we're going to go to England, where we've got reports that over 700 migrants crossed the English Channel. So clearly a very big number, and again, I'll keep you updated on this. Now we've got news coming from Greece. So Greece right now is experiencing huge wildfires. So you can see this image in your bottom left corner. You can just see how massive these wildfires are, and it's spreading through Greece. So if you can see this video of just a huge fire that is spreading in Greece. So a lot of countries actually are coming to the aid of Greece in this matter. Italy, France, and the Czech Republic have deployed assistance through EU mechanisms. France will deploy and send one of its helicopters with water dropping capabilities, scheduled to arrive in Greece tonight. Italy has sent firefighting aircrafts. The Czech Republic have sent 75 firefighters and 75 fire trucks, including 9 water trucks, with a arrival on Wednesday, so today. So very big news, and Spain is expected to offer assistance soon, along with Turkey. So very big fires in Greece that's spreading on. And one of the biggest news is coming today is that the Iraqi foreign minister will announce the USA military to withdraw in Washington next month. So the Iraqi foreign minister is to announce US military withdrawal during Washington's visit. The Iraqi foreign minister is scheduled to visit Washington next month to formally announce the withdrawal of American military forces from Iraq. A lot of news agencies and news are now reporting this, so it seems to be confirmed. So Iraq is going to try and force all American troops, and we don't know if is it just American troops or just all troops, but we're getting news that American troops are going out of Iraq. We've got news coming from Israel that Iran plans to attack Israel in the coming days, according to Times of Israel. Now, it's been quite a long time. Israel and America and France and Britain were stating how Iran was going to attack Israel last week, and it still hasn't happened. Now Israel is stating that Iran will attack Israel again. America has stated that Iran is going to attack Israel this week, so earlier this week. So very interesting news. I still, at the time of this recording, don't have any news of an Iranian attack on Israel. Now we're going to go to Iran. So Iran is apparently set to supply Russia with hundreds of Fast 360 ballistic missiles to be used in the war against Ukraine, according to Reuters. These missiles are seen as an analog to the HIMARS system that Ukraine has been effectively currently using. Currently, the Iranian forces are training Russian troops on how to operate these rocket systems, these rocket launchers, the Fast 360 ballistic missiles. So if you can see here in the bottom left corner, these are the missiles. So this is coming from Reuters. The Reuters news agency is reporting this. So we'll probably get more news about this situation a bit later. We've got news that a Pakistan-Taliban border conflict happened in this city right here. So it's reported that at least 3 Afghan civilians were reportedly killed as a result of fire exchange, and while no casualties are reported on the Pakistani side. You can see these footages of the bottom left corner. This is the only footage we've actually got of this conflict. So very interesting news, and more border conflicts with Afghanistan and Pakistan might be coming soon. The next biggest news is coming from Russia and India. So the breaking news coming from Russia and India. So Russia is to hand over 2 Halwa class frigates to India after completing trials. If you can see here in the bottom left corner, Russia has completed construction of 2 class frigates to head to India. So these frigates are also known as Project 11356, are a series of guided missile frigates developed by Russia for the Indian Navy. So a lot of these ships were actually developed in the Kaliningrad Oblast or region. So very interesting news. So India is about to receive 2 Russian-made frigates. So this will obviously closer the Russian-Indian relations. So very interesting news and a big boost to India's navy. And I forgot to actually state in Serbia. So we've actually got some news in Serbia, which I apparently forgot to add on the map. So the Serbian Prime Minister stated that Serbia awaits official invitation to BRICS summit, as stated by the Serbian Deputy Prime Minister, Aleksandar Vulin. He noted that BRICS has become a chance for Serbia. This organization does not demand anything from Serbia, but can offer more than we ask. And the EU demands everything from us, but I am no longer sure what it offers us. BRICS is a chance and a real-time alternative, he stated. The 4th BRICS summit will be held in Kazan, Russia, from October the 22nd to October 24th. So we could probably expect Serbia to actually participate in this BRICS meeting that will be held in this city here in Kazan. And the last news I decided to add in because I thought this was pretty cool. The news is coming from Colombia. We have not yet gotten the exact location, But Colombia has actually found a hidden Spanish wreck, so a Spanish treasure fleet that would obviously go through from the New World to Spain. So they've actually found that Colombia has found this Spanish wreck, where it actually holds many artifacts. So this Spanish wreck is labeled as a Spanish galleon, and it has revealed artifacts recovered during the first robotic exploration of the shipwreck. So very interesting news. But that's all the news I actually have for you today. I'm Non-C News. I'll try and provide you news that medias around the world do not show you. I do these videos hopefully daily, so consider liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.